Yeah, I'm gonna be honest here. I think I might be regretting. I think I might be regretting picking UCLA over UConn because this was not a win. This was a massacre. Syracuse are not bad. Like they're not bad at all. Like they beat Iowa State comfortable, but if you're looking here, I get it. They lost comfortably enough to Louisville, who are pretty okay. Who are pretty okay. Um, they were in a close game against North Carolina, who are a good team. Do you want to know who they beat? They beat the Virginia team that beat Iowa. They beat the Virginia team that beat Iowa. They lost to Duke by 20. I'm just trying to look through their games. They lost to Michigan. They got killed by Michigan. They got killed by Michigan. But again, like, I'm not saying they're a good team, but they're not bad. Like, they are not bad. This was a game that I thought they were going to lose by, like, I thought, you know what? If you showed me the final score, I wouldn't have thought anything of it. But it was just how the game went. They were down 65-12 at halftime. AZ Foot had 26 in the first half, had 34 early in the second half, and just checked out. Like, UConn's probability of winning never dropped below 99%. And by the way, let's look at the scores here. So, it is 20... What is it, the 6? So, it is 14-6. It is 14-6 after 4.5 minutes, or after 4 minutes. The score then goes 50-8. They went on a 36-2 run. They went on a 36-2. They were up 42 points halfway through the second quarter. I understand they won by 53 points in the end. It doesn't matter. They were up 42 halfway through the second quarter. I don't know how that's possible. AZ Fudd went nuclear. Like, I still think Iowa Fam's going to be the best player in this draft. That being said, Dallas are going to draft AZ Fudd, and it's not going to be a wrong pick. It's not going to be a wrong pick. In my opinion, Iowa is the best prospect here, and the difference is when it comes to Iowa, who I believe is best prospect, Iowa is quite, like, she is a more raw prospect. She's less of a sure thing. Whereas AZ, worst case scenario, you're getting a player who might be the best shooter in the league day one. Like, I don't know about the ceiling of AZ Fudd, but like the floor is so high for AZ. The floor is super duper high. But yeah, it is a crazy one. And this UConn team, like, I think, did they face Notre Dame? No, Notre Dame play Vanderbilt next round. Which is gonna be an interesting game. But if you look here at the UConn team, like, AZ Fudd and more points than minutes. She just chilled and checked. She just checked herself out of the game as well. Like, Sarah Strong had 18 and 24 minutes. Sarah Williams, in fairness to her, made a couple of nice passes, but like, I don't think anyone's stock has fought. Like, Sarah Williams has pulled a she's pulled a HVL, this year's HVL. To be fair, like, we thought that Kiki Iriafen pulled a HVL, but Sarah Williams has pulled a HVL in a way that, like, she's just not going to be taking the top 10. She was projected to be the 6th pick coming into this year. She's just not going to be in the top 10. Like, Ashton Shea's not doing well, but I will say Quinones has been hooping. Quinones has been absolutely hooping this season. Not going to be freshman of the year, but might project to be first pick of the 2029 WNBA draft unless someone unless someone 09 born comes from overseas. Because and most of these overseas players again are choosing now to go to college. Like, Alicia Turner-Bize has gone to South Carolina. There's another elite Spanish player has gone over, or there's a Croatian. Croatian's gone to UConn next season. Like, UConn are recruiting well from overseas. it's just kind of the last remnants of the pre-NIL era. And when it comes to from overseas players, obviously you can't make the same type of NIL money, but you still can make NIL money. I can tell you that for a fact. You can still make the... So if I'm not... Am I right in saying there's some form of NIL? Is it that you're not allowed like do brand deals, but you are allowed... Your team are allowed to pay you to come? Your team are allowed to give you like an advance on your NIL payments? Because I know, was it Jaeger Joman that BYU offered him like $1 million? And they offered Hugo Gonzalez that as well, and Hugo Gonzalez said no. But like UConn, their team is so good, and they're so good because I don't know how many teams that they're going to face where they don't have the two best players on the floor. Like, on their way to a national championship, what players are they going to come up against that are better than these? The only time on their way to a national championship where they're not going to have the two best players on the floor is probably against Notre Dame, where Hidalgo's on that team. But they've got they've got too many defenders, too many bodies, too much length for Hidalgo, and Notre Dame aren't going to be able to do anything with this team. And like the fact is they have all these new players coming in next year. The expectation is that Gandhi's going to be a player as well. Like, Gandhi is an Irish player who's like 6'6" with a 7-foot wingspan, who's like a raw player who they're trying to develop. Yeah, like I don't know who's going to beat UConn or when anyone's going to beat UConn, because you only lose Fudd this year. And like what, Kaylee Heckle just slides in as a starter, or Quinona slides in as a starter. Maybe you bring in a point guard in the transfer portal. Like they brought in Heckle and Sarah Williams in the transfer portal last year. Sorry, Sarah Williams is gone as well. Quinones comes in, and Kaylee Heckle maybe comes in, and maybe you get somebody good in the portal, which you're going to do because you're UConn. Like, I don't know when they're going to lose. Like, Sarah Strong might not come out of... Like, she might come out of college pulling a Stewie. She might go for over 4. And Sarah Strong, when it's all said and done, could be in that conversation for the greatest college player of all time. And I don't think that's a knock on the Stewies of the world, the Caitlin Clarks of the world that are in that conversation right now. I think Sarah Strong's just that good. But yeah, that is pretty much it, lads. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys agree with this? Do you guys disagree with this? Do you guys think that anyone has a fucking chance of beating this UConn team? Because I don't. Maybe UCLA in a one-off game with a whole team of seniors can do it.